And welcome everyone to the NBA. It's game one for both teams, Clark. Preseason is over, and this new season is underway.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel that both teams, VA, are a little bit anxious and nervous, but an exciting kind of nervousness. So let the season begin. I'm glad we're starting.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Klay Thompson is out there with Castle. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. The 4. Now here's Castle. Thompson outside. Shoots over Hero. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Castle.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Nowitzki. Launches a 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And, you know, we know Nowitzki is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Does a fabulous job measuring up these shots.
Now here's Thompson. Fires from the wing. And he drops that one in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Hero. Pass to Nowitzki. From downtown. Rebounded by Kuzma. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Thompson outside. Off the mark there with a 3.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Ayton, the screen on Castle. Pass to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Hero against Thompson. Hero with the bucket.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Now Thompson. And it's Boston scoring again.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Nowitzki. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
You do not want to give Nowitzki any room to shoot, especially from the perimeter. I mean, that's where he's most dangerous.
Thompson outside. Shoots over Hero. And Boston again with the bucket.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And they shot well from the field. Top half in the league in that respect. Some of it just came down to patience and discipline.
And their top 10 ranking in points off turnovers jumps out at me. You love to see a team that's so quick to the strike after a great defensive play. They fed off their defense. Now here's Morant. Offensive board. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And again, it's Klay Thompson. Thompson's got 8. And it's Morant with the ball for the Nuggets. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hero outside. Takes the 3. And Ja Morant with the 3.
Opting for the quick shot there. Morant trying to outpace the defense.
Now Castle. Thompson right side. The 3 is up. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
This is
nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Nowitzki, that one's good.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Castle outside. Pass to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Nowitzki. There's the 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. Castle outside. From deep. Duran, the pass to Manning. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by Denver.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
From deep, Morant. The rebound by Manning.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Here's Nowitzki. 14 points for him. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Morant looking around. Hayden with a screen. Morant, the pass to Nowitzki. Left side, Russell. The shot comes out. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Down low. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Aiden. Outside for Morant. 3 on the clock. From the arc. Rebounded by Kessel. Celtics trail by 3. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thompson outside. Let's go with a 3. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Nowitzki. 14 points for him. There's a screen. And another miss by Denver.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
It's all tied in Denver. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
We've got Barnes, Kyle Lowry out there with Tyler Hero, and it's Van Arsdale in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Lowry. Hero outside. Pass to Barnes. Here's Van Arsdale. The 3. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Van Arsdale's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Kuzma outside. Picked by Carter from behind the arc. And Kuzma good for 3.
Hey, guys, no better answer than that. Right back at you. Kuzma not taking any time getting those points back.
Barnes finds Gasol. Lowry outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Boston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Kuzma, the pass to Carter. Here's the pick. Over Lowry. Carter can't get it to go.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Drives to the hoop. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Russell's checked in for Denver. Duren, he's checked in for Boston. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys? Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Pass to LaFrentz. Now here's Kuzma. Sends it home from three-point land. Kuzma's got 6 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Gasol, covered by Duren. Gasol passes to Russell. Here's the 3. Pure from three-point range. Castle's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Denver leading by 5. Here's Van Arsdale. Can't hit that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Pass to Carter. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. And here is Thompson. 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. They get it back. Here's Gasol. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Along with everything else he does, Gasol, an excellent rebound.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Well, Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples and hit a respectful 34%.
23 over close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3¼ years on the court. I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting threes.
Now here's Thompson. Duran with a screen on Moran. Back to Thompson. Releases from the wing and drills it. Thompson's got 19 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Morant from outside the arc. And another miss by Denver. Castle with it. Pass to Thompson. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Third and fewest turnovers per game, and they were among the top 10 teams in the league in second chance points. They put a big emphasis on rebounding at both ends. That played to their talents for sure.
They took care of the ball, stayed in control. It was very hard to turn them over. Carter, he's checked in for Boston.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Castle with it, guarded by Morant. Thompson, rebounded by Denver. Here's Van Arsdale. He has 6. Outside Morant. He shoots it. And it's Nowitzki missing. Celtics trail by 6. Castle finds Carter. Out to the right wing. Out to Thompson. 3-pointer. Carter on the wing. Fires the 3. Carter on the wing. And here's Thompson for 3. Gasol grabs the board. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Here's Van Arsdale. Boston's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Pass to Aiden. Duran with a steal. To the middle. Here's Carter. Now Thompson. And here's Castle. There's the triple. The rebound by Nowitzki. Now here's Morant. Pass to Russell. Now here's Ayton. Defended by Thompson. Here's Nowitzki. Sinks the tray. Nowitzki's got 17 points.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson's shot is off. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 6-point game. Here's Nowitzki. He's got 17. Russell a screen on Castle. Pass to Russell. Pulls up. High post. And the shot falls short that time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back with you shortly.
I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shots and walking away. They're hunting for those second chance opportunities.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future. And crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Klay Thompson has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Castle, also Thompson out there. Kyle Kuzma out there with Duran. And it's Manning in at the 4. Now here's Morant. Pass to Nowitzki. Shoots over Duran. Rebound Boston. Manning's got 5 rebounds tonight. Celtics trail by 6. Duran with a screen on Morant. Castle for 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Pass to Hero. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 6th assist of the night.
Yeah, what an assertive move by Hero. Dropping an emphatic answer 3.
Now here's Thompson. 22 points for him. Now Castle. Excellent D there from Morant.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
Pass to Nowitzki. The 3 is up. Rebound Boston.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Deflects the pass. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Hayden with a screen. Here's Nowitzki. This one for 3. The rebound by Manning. Manning's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Back to Thompson. Up and over Russell. They get it back. Thompson outside. Over Russell. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 24 points. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Ayton, the screen on Castle. Morant, pass to Nowitzki. The Nuggets with another miss.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Love when Manning goes up with that kind of power. When he does that, he can be dominant inside.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Number 5, the Nuggets.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line. And last year, they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
Pass to Morant. Back to Russell. Denver moving it around. Fires for 3. Drains the triple. Russell's got 8.
This is why Russell is a big part of this offense, because he's very good off the catch.
Stolen by Ayton. Outside Morant. The 3 hits the 3-pointer. And it's an 8-point Denver lead.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Thompson outside. Klay fires back with a 3 to answer.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Denver has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Pass to Nowitzki. 4-3. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Duren finds Thompson. 5 to shoot. Lets a 3 fly. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Manning. On the wing, Kuzma for the tie. Rebounded by Denver. Hayden's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Morant. Here's Nowitzki. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Nowitzki's got 23.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
And first time out of the game called for Boston. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Russell. .151 left in the third quarter. LaFrentz, the pass to Carter. Here's LaFrentz. Pass to Carter. 6 to shoot. Duren, the screen. Unloads. Carter, good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Over to the left wing. Back to Morant. Thompson against Barnes. Right side Morant. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Lewis comes in for Klay Thompson, and Keldon Johnson subbed in for Castle. They set a pick. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's Van Arsdale. Off target from outside. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 4. Pass to Lewis. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Denver has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Barnes. Here's Gasol on the money from 12 feet away. Gasol's got his 2nd basket of the night.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot, and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper.
And so it's Denver, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Kyle Lowry, and it's Van Arsdale in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And Nowitzki knows how to draw fouls. No stranger to that. Excels at making the defense bang him while he's going up.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
And here's Lowry. Pass to Gasol. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
On the wing, Kuzma. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. LaFrent's no good. And for Denver, they're shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Here's Gasol. And the layup is good off the glass. And now an 8-point Nugget lead.
Showing some grit and toughness on the finish. I like watching Gasol overcome that kind of defense.
And Denver making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Celtics head coach was saying to the team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Castle for three. Gets the three to fall.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Russell. Back to Lowry. It's Barnes on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Barnes, no good. Celtics trail by 5. Johnson finds Castle. There's the screen by Kuzma. The open shot by Thompson. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Thompson's got 29 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. And the Celtics another three.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. For the Nuggets, DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Gasol. Tyler Hero comes in for Barnes. And it's Ja Morant in for Lowry. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Nowitzki. Back to Morant. 5 on the clock. No good on the three.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
They set the pick. Castle for three. Rebounded by Denver. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Morant. From deep. Shot's no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Castle fires. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. 2-point game. Oh, off target from downtown. Boston's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Thompson. Oh, missed on the tray. For Denver, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. From downtown, Duran pulls it down.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Oh, he jammed it.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
The triple drop.
He's got that clutch gene. It's in his DNA for sure.
Here's Thompson. A minute 42 left in the fourth. Shoots a three. Buries it from outside.
They silenced the crowd, firing right back with a three to tie it up.
Well, I tell you what, guys, both teams giving and doing their very best to put it away.
Thompson with it. Jacks up a three. No.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
Russell, a screen on Duran. Here's Russell for three. And he nails it.
When the right look comes Campy's way at the arc, Russell can be deadly, sending it right in.
Timeout called, Celtics. Thompson against Hero. Puts it up from 17. Rebounded by Ayton. And an intentional foul right there. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
Beyond the arc. Yes, sir, with the three.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Kuzma. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. So it's Denver with the W. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow...
Up next, the Heat taking on the Knicks. For the Heat, the journey of a new season starts now. The challenges of the past to become fuel to create a path to success. Knicks, Heat, up next. So the New York starting five. We've got Williams. He's out there with Larry Hughes. And it's Cycli in at the 5. Now here's Williams. Markkanen passes to Williams. Shot clock at 6. And it's stolen by Moncrief. Here's De Silva. They set the screen. Richardson, no luck.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Hughes kicks to Williams. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Now Hughes, 4 on the clock. Here's Cycli, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Cycli's got the game going here with the first basket for the Knicks. Williams against Moncrief. Over Williams. Here's Ruland, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Now here's Williams. Outside, Markkanen. To the inside. The shot's good from Cycli. Cycli's got his second basket of the night. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Peterson the pass to Williams. Here's Hughes. Lets it go with a 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And one thing about Hughes, that man is always ready to shoot it.
Moncrief against Williams. Here's Ruland. Makes the most of the high percentage shot.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For New York, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. From deep, the shot by Hughes, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Richardson. Launches a 3. Peterson grabs the miss.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Sinks the three-pointer. Hughes got 6 points.
When Hughes knocks down threes, he is a major headache for the opponent.
Richardson outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that one, good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
On the wing, it's Larry Hughes. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 5. And here's Moncrief. Still without a basket. Pass to Richardson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Queen. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Williams. Outside, Markkanen. From about 16, the shot by Hughes, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's the pick. Richardson kicks to Moncrief. Teardrop shot. Excellent D there from Williams. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the New York Knicks. And by virtue of the NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against Miami.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Irving comes in for Jason Richardson. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for New York. Hamilton comes in for Williams. They set the pick. Johnson kicks to Irving. Johnson, the pass to Moncrief. Miami no good on that time either. The Knicks leading by 4. Pass to Hughes, over Irving, and it's good from the elbow. Hughes got 10 points in the game.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Johnson outside. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Miami's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Irving passes to Ruland. Now here is Moncrief. Here's Irving. He takes it in. Miami needs to get a shot off. Here's Queen. Excellent D there from Markkanen. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hamilton. Now Hughes. He's feeling it. It's hauled in by Queen.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Heat have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. He hits both from the stripe.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
From deep three-point land. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Knicks lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Johnson. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Swift in at the 5. This is the group on the floor for Miami.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Swift. Beyond the arc. Fernando pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 7. Inside. The kick out to Williams. They set the pick. Over Irving. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Johnson surveying the floor. Drives to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And the Heat making a change here. De Silva's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Peterson's checked in. Williams in the post. Richardson covering. Williams passes to Fernando. And the shot is good. Fernando's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Williams. Heat knocking down the tray. And there's the drive. Here's Lucas. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. They'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Moncrief, he's checked in for Irving. Now here is Moncrief. He has yet to score. Richardson, good.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Lucas. Here's Hughes. Covered by Johnson. Antoine Jameson's checked in for Bruno Fernando.
Second team foul. Checking in for the Knicks. Number 30, Antoine Jameson.
Miami on defense. 8-point game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Bailey, he's checked in for New York. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 10.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part.
And we've been waiting for this, the start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Now, New York starting 5. They've got Williams, and it's Cycli in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hughes, nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Moncrief, the pass to Queen. Pass to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the step-back jumper.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Now, here's Williams. Here's Hughes. Wing shot on the way. And he can't bank that one in.
Well, that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
And a nice finish on the layup.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Here's Hughes. Outside, Williams. Pass to Cycli. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Queen. Miami moving it around. Out left to the wing. De Silva, no good. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Richardson for 3. Peterson with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Hughes. And again, New York with the triple. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Outside Richardson. There's a screen. Pass to Queen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Moncrief. Again, the Heat misses. New York leading by 6. Now here's Williams. Here's Cycli. Here's Hughes. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals, New York in 5th.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Pass to Rulin. Shot to stop the run. Shots blocked. Now Williams. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
I just love the ball movement.
Heat trail by 11. Here's Moncrief. He's scoreless. Over Williams. Miami, no good that time either.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over it.
Pass to Hughes. Takes a 3. Rulin pulls it in. Miami has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. And stolen by Markkanen. Outside, Williams. The steal. Here's Queen. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Gafford, he's checked in for Miami. Johnson comes in for Richardson. Here's Hamilton. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Heat trail by 9. Queen, the pass to Moncrief. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Moncrief. Now Gafford. Gafford, the screen. Pulls it. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
To the left wing. Pass to Hughes. To the inside. Johnson on the wing. From about 19. Yep, that one goes.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hughes. And the 17-footer goes down. Hughes has got 15.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to Moncrief. For 3. The rebound by Markkanen. New York with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Hughes. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Cycling. Gafford with the block. Johnson on the wing. Three-pointer. Here's Gafford. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job.
And so it's the New York Knicks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Back after this. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. They've got Bruno Fernando, and it's Hamilton in at the 2 spot. Pass to Swift. The 3 ball. The Knicks with the rebound. Here's Hamilton. Yet to see a basket. Stolen by Gafford. Outside Johnson. Sinks it from distance.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Pass to Hamilton. New York working the ball around now. Here's Jamison. And it's Richardson with the rebound.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Johnson passes to Irving. Here's Swift. Gafford finds Richardson. Back to Gafford. Again, the Heat score.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And there's the screen. And they call an illegal screen here. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Thursday, they kick off a road trip in Boston where they take on the Celtics. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing the Nuggets in Denver.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Williams against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And book it, Fernando.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both.
Pass to Hughes. Launches it. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
On the wing, Richardson. No good. Unable to win this run.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Here's Peterson. The shot's good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Heat trail by 13. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Richardson. 4-3. Here's Moncrief. Outside Johnson. And here's Richardson. Shot clock at 5. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Moncrief. No points so far. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Queen. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Hughes. 18 points for him. Back to Smith. An easy 2 on the layup. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Moncrief, the pass to Queen. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Well, starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
And here's Smith. Markkanen left side. Pass to Hughes. Goes up on the wing. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Rulin. Miami moving it around. Johnson for 3. Connects from downtown. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Smith. Here's Hughes. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Hughes has got 20 points.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And again, it's Miami from deep.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Knicks leading by 5. Pass to Lucas. Markkanen looking it over. Here's Hughes. 6 on the shot clock. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Moncrief, the pass to Queen. Pass to Johnson. The rebound by Markkanen. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Here's Hughes, covered by Johnson. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Johnson with it. Lets it fly from 18. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's New York, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at
And during that first half of play, these two leading the way for their respective teams.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy.
And that's it for halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And New York has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And it's Queen in at power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Back to Williams. Pass to Peterson. Here's Cycli. Rulin pulls it in.
Mixing it up inside, just coming up empty-handed.
Here's Moncrief. And yep, it's good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And Williams has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. It's a 5-point game. There's a screen. Here's Hughes. He's got 22. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Cycli. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cycli's got his first points of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for. Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to Hughes. Fires for 3. And he gets it to go again. He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
First team foul.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. To the wing on the left. Queen, the pass to Moncrief. Here's De Silva. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knicks leading by 10. Pass to Hughes. New York working the ball around now. Can he keep it going? Rebound Miami. Queen's got 7 rebounds in the game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Back to you guys.
Merci. Allie, thanks for the report. Pass to Williams. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Heat trail by 8. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Richardson, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Williams passes to Hughes. No good with the triple. The Heat have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Richardson. Here's Moncrief. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Williams. Back to Markkanen. Launches a 3. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
6 to shoot. Outside Richardson. Another shot. And Rulin gets it to go. Rulin's gotten 4 this quarter.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Hughes, the pass to Williams. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Richardson for 3. The Knicks pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Hughes, that 3's off the mark.
And this taking that shot. He just missed it.
He gets it in there. Richardson's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's Hughes, guarded by Richardson. Markkanen sets a screen. Pass to Cycling. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Moncrief, the pass to Richardson. Here's Moncrief, puts it up, and it's Miami with another.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And the Heat making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Heat trail by 5. 1:39 left in the third. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Williams against Irving. Pass to Swift. 4 on the clock, and here is Irving. Over Williams. And it's Irving missing. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Markkanen outside. Here's Hamilton. New York working the ball around now. Outside, Williams. Pass to Markkanen to stop the drought. From deep range, Lowry Markkanen.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Trailing by 8. Johnson a screen on Williams. Irving, the pass to Petrovic. Inside. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
Pass to Fernando. 24 seconds left in the third quarter.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw no good. O'Neal, he's checked in for Miami. He hits the second from the line. Heat trail by 7.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Pass to Lucas with his first shot attempt. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's New York closing out the... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
What a find! These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Bailey, and it's Peterson in at the shooting guard position.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Pulls it from 20. Pass to Cephalosha from downtown. Swift pulls it in. Heat trail by 7. And there's the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Hughes. Pass to Bailey. Here's Cephalosha. Here's Hughes. Over Irving. That one rolls around and rims out. And for Miami, they're shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Richardson for 3. He buries it from 3.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
To the left side wing. Pass to Hughes. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Gafford. Here's Lucas. Bailey, the pass to Hughes. Over Irving. Hughes, no good. Miami trailing. Now here's Richardson. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Richardson's got 6 points in the quarter.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
It's Johnson with a drive. Uses the glass on the layup. And now a 3-point Heat lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Allie, thank you. Williams passes to Markkanen. On target from range. Markkanen's got 9 points here in the second half.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Here's De Silva, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 1.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Outside, Williams. Markkanen sets a screen. Williams passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Pass to De Silva for 3. Saikali with a rebound. Saikali's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Williams. Markkanen from long range. And again, New York with the triple.
This is why Markkanen has the rock in his hands. This team wants him to take those big shots.
Pass to De Silva. Now Johnson. Using the glass to lay it in.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Hughes, he's checked in for New York. Now Williams. Puts it up from 15. Yes, sir! That one's good!
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
Good for 2!
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Marking it outside. No good from 3! For Miami, they've gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Outside Richardson. Both hands there for a little extra.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
A throwback possession. 2 points.
Instead of risking something on the perimeter, he just works it inside.
And when they really need a bucket, he's the guy that wants to deliver for them. In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Outside Richardson. Here's Moncrief. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's Williams. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cycling.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Outside Richardson. Takes a 3. The 3 is in.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And it's Williams off the drive. The jumper is good.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
And it's Miami's ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Queen. Shot clock at 5. It falls!
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's Cycling. Williams outside. Fires the 3. The 3 is off. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here's Moncrief. We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Hughes in at the 2 guard. To take the lead. Cash from downtown. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Here's Moncrief. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And what action in this one. We're about a minute into overtime. Not that time.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
We are in OT. A minute and a half gone by, and what has been a great one. Here's the pass to Williams. Here's Hughes, guarded by Richardson. 4 on the clock. No good. Heat leading by 5. Here's Queen. 17-footer on the way. Oh, it drops in.
Perfect bounce pass leading to the basket. That's just great teamwork.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. And Williams drops them both.
He showed a lot of composure that trip to the line. Now it's almost a one-possession game.
Outside Richardson, and he commits the intentional foul. And they go to the intentional foul. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Here's Hughes, guarded by Richardson.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Here's Moncrief. And so they foul intentionally. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you gotta hit your free throws.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Williams! Oh, the long ball, no good. And that's an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort. But they just couldn't make enough big plays.
And so Miami takes the win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to...
And just a minute or 2 here for the players. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Flagg is out there with Wallace. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then there's West. And it's Lanier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Thomas. Back to West. There's the screen. Over to the wing. Flagg offline with his three.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Anthony's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Yeah, passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in L.A., they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
Here's Black. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Outside Anthony. Now Black, the three. Rebound by Wallace.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
West finds Wallace. Now here's Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wallace. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A wide open look here for Anthony. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anthony's got 6 points.
It's striking to see how quick Anthony's release is. Ball's only in his hands for a split second.
West outside. Wallace a screen. Thomas outside. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Black. Outside Curry. And another three for the Clippers.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Thomas surveying the D. Pass to West. Back to Thomas. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Collins. And here's Anthony for three. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And Melo can hit this shot, especially when given that amount of room.
The Hawks trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Mike Bibby's checked in for Black. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Edgecombe's checked in. Here's Lanier. Still scoreless. The Hawks working the ball around. West kicks to Wallace. Here's Flagg. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
So it's the Clippers now. Following the three by Atlanta. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And West now, top of the key. Pass to Wallace. Here's Edgecombe. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 5. For 3, Bibby. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Clippers, number 1.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bates is checked in. Walton's checked in for Atlanta.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to West. Wallace with a screen for West. Here's Edgecombe. No good on the three. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leading by 5. It's tipped. Walton with the steal. Knocked loose. Maybe against Walton. They set the pick. Outside Anthony. No good with the triple. The Hawks trail by 5. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Here's Edgecombe. Lanier, the pass to Starks. And he banks in the layup.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Sigma. Outside Curry. Here's Bibby, covered by Starks. Bibby passes to Sigma. Bibby against Starks. Edgecombe with it. No scoring in this one. Lanier, no good. Starks against Bibby. Pass to Curry. And here is Ellis. Three seconds left. No good on the shot. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Bibby is out there with Ellis. And it's Sigma in at the center position. Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by Ellis. Green, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's Bates, and he's good on the three ball. Bates has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Pass to Odom. Here's Edgecombe, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Ellis, guarded closer. There's a good screen. Bates, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Shoots. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other. Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Bounce pass, Thomas. They need this. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. This, of course, being game 1 of the season, is their first look at Atlanta. Pass to Curry. This one for 3. That's good. And it's Bibby with the assist that time. Bibby's got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
West outside. Here's Thomas. Atlanta again missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Odom kicks it to West. It's Thomas on the wing. Again, Thomas missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
For 3, Bibby. It's hauled in by Lanier. Lanier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Back to you, Kev.
Taking that long view approach. Okay, thank you, Allie. West outside. The kick out to Odom. Back to West. Clock at 6. They can use a bucket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Clippers. Ellis comes in for Mike Bibby. And Odom drops him.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Ellis with a screen on Thomas. Bounce pass, Black. Anthony looking it over. To the paint. Here's Sigma. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback time.
1:46 left in the second quarter. Pass to Walton. Now West. Driving the lane. And that comes off the assist by Bill Walton. Here's Black. Scoreless thus far. Here's Anthony. Back to Black. Now here's Ellis. Off target from outside. West outside. Pass to Odom. To the right side. And that one's good. Flag. Flag's got 8 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now Black. The 3 from Anthony. Back to Black. Anthony against Odom. Fires from deep. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good. 14 points for him.
And I think there will be a lot of nights like this in Carmelo's future. His offensive potential is immense.
Pass to Walton. Now West. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. West has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Now here's Anthony. Ring shot on the way. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
And now let's take... And that is it for halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first two quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so in the game for the Hawks, West is out there with Isaiah Thomas. Then it's Flagg. Then it's Wallace. And it's Lanier in at the 5. Outside Anthony. Here's Black. Hasn't made one yet. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Thomas passes to West. Back to Thomas. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Pass to West. Thomas inside, working on Black. West outside. Thomas outside. Thomas with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. West outside. Pass to Thomas. Puts the move on. Out to West. Back to Thomas. There's the 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Now Anthony. Off target with his 3. Picked off in midair. And the shot goes in. And the Clippers lead by 8. Atlanta with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Thomas passes to West. Back to Thomas. 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. West misses.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blasting to the shoot.
Anthony right side. West outside. Ball's knocked loose. Curry with it. West picks him up. Down low. Sampson's shot. Good. And it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Clippers, number 1. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
Flagg with it. He's got 8. Wallace kicks to Thomas. Tries the spin move. Shot clock at 5. West outside. Shoots the 3. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Cowens has got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's a screen to the middle. Here's Sampson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Sampson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Atlanta's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Wallace outside. Pass to Thomas. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Now Black, still yet to score. The 3 from Anthony. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Lanier, the pass to West. Driving to the basket. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. West has got 6.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Mike Bibby's checked in for Los Angeles. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Atlanta. Outside Anthony. Launches it. Rebound by the Hawks. Lanier's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Rest outside. Dash to Edgecombe. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Technology is key for NBA growth. Commissioner Silver said we can now see where we lose viewers. For example, stoppages for replays. One way around that is creating technology that can instantaneously make objective calls like out of bounds, and in doing so, create a better pace to the game. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Flag. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Back to Anthony. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. 14 feet away. Bibby with the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 18.
And from the mid-range, Bibby, very consistent. You really can't give him that kind of space.
And here is West. He's got 6. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Lanier. Edgecombe with it. Curry meets him. Edgecombe, no good. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-2 run here. Outside Anthony. A 3 ball. Lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4, we've got Ellis. Black is out there with Curry, and it's Bates in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Screen by Walton. And Thomas has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Bates. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the left wing. Screen by Walton. Here's Edgecombe. Drops in the tray.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Bates passes to Sigma. Kicks it out to Ellis. Inside, Walton with the steal. Here's West. And that comes off the assist by Bill Walton. Walton's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Back to Black. Outside Curry. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
It's Thomas outside. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job.
Pass to Edgecombe. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Edgecombe's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Hawks. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Thomas. Now Edgecombe. Back to Thomas. In the corner, it's flag. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Clippers leading by 13. Outside Anthony lets the 3 fly. Atlanta with the rebound. Lanier's got 8 rebounds in this game. Down low, taken away by Anthony. Here's Black. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. PJ Edgecombe picks one up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Here's Black. He's guarded by Thomas. West against Curry. The 10-footer, and he drains the jam.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The first free throw is good.
And Lanier is one of the most graceful big men to ever play this game. From his post moves to his outside shot, to his defending. Everything about Lanier is fluid.
Clippers leading by 12. Outside Anthony. Takes it inside. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He knows every possession is critical now. Thomas inside. Black defending. Can't get it.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Here's the screen. Here's Anthony. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And the shot goes in.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Now Curry. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Here's Black. There's a screen. Now Curry. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Flag with the rebound. They swipe it. Black with it. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid. Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us at 2K Sports are as we get ready to start the season in style. And tonight, we've got the Philadelphia 76ers playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Now the starting group for San Antonio. They've got Harper, and it's Whitehead in at the shooting guard position.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Harper. Bryant outside. Pass to Smith. Back to Bryant. Here's Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And these teams have been prepping for the season tip-off game for months, Greg.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, BA, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Pass to Smith. Here's Harper, uncovered. And that one's good.
Solid pass there from Smith Jr. You can see his court awareness improving over time.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Stojakovic. Again, Philadelphia.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Here's Harper. Thomas defends. For 3, Smith. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Thomas passes to Dunn. Pass to Barrett. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Bryant outside. Now here's Smith. There's the triple. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Thomas passes to Barrett. The three-pointer off the mark.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
Bryant outside. Smith outside. Back to Bryant. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Harper. Again, the Spurs score.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Thomas. White, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Substitution on the court.
Pressey passes to Thomas. And here's Robinson. Off target with the three. Pass to Harper. Here's White. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Looking at our leaderboard here, last year, the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. In third, the Spurs.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Sharp, he's checked in for Harper.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
White, the pass to Whitehead. Three-pointer. Drops in the three.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Stojakovic. The three is up. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Now here's White. For three, Smith knocks down the triple. Smith's got 6 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Stojakovic. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Fall. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on an 11-3 run. Shepard, he's checked in for Philadelphia. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Fall, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
An explosive finish for a big man who doesn't always take it to the rim hard.
Yeah, he has the appropriate size to attack the rim, but he usually doesn't.
He did that time, and let's not discourage him because I'd like to see more of that from him in the future.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. Nails it from three.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Pass to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Thomas with the ball. He's guarded by White. Here's Pressey. Now Robinson. That one no good. There's 21 seconds left in the opening quarter. Thomas against White. Pass to Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Back to White. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And it looks...
The previous play is under review.
Get the basket off in time or not.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real...
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. San Antonio on top, up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Sharp, and it's Fareed in at the 4. Whitehead passes to Donaldson. Out to the wing. Here's Whitehead. Hits the front of the rim and out. 76ers trail by 6. Here's Sloan. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Pass to Fareed. Here's Whitehead, guarded by Barrett. Here's Fareed. And he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
And the 76ers shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Dunn, he's checked in for Williams. The Spurs making a switch here. Here's Sloan. Hayes with a screen for 3. Barrett. Dunn outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Sloan. Philadelphia with another miss. San Antonio leading by 6. White, the pass to Wilkins. Bryant outside. Pass to Donaldson. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Wilkins. There's the 3. White can't hit. To the paint. Here's Dunn. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Barrett. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Shepherd. That's good.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Pass to Whitehead to the inside. Donaldson. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Hayes with a screen on White. Here's Shepherd. Outside Barrett. From deep. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game. But the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Smith, he's checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for White. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And San Antonio making a change here. Sharp's checked in. And both free throws good for Bryant. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Thomas outside. The three. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Harper. Pass to Sharp. Smith outside. Here's Harper. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Here's Donaldson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
76ers trail by 6. Here's Sloan. And here's Thomas from the arc. And Bryant pulls it down.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Smith. Clock at 6. Over Williams. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Here's Sloan. Right side, Williams. Pass to Thomas. Shot from the wing. Yep, that one goes. Thomas has got 10.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Bryant, no good. 76ers trail by 6. Stojakovic passes to Thomas. Here's Sloan. Back to Thomas. Again, Philadelphia.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
San Antonio's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Ball, he's checked in for San Antonio. Whitehead comes in for Sharp. A minute 4 left to play in the first half. Out left to the wing. Here's Whitehead, guarded by Barrett. 5 to shoot. Whitehead passes to Harper, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's the three. Knocks it down from distance. Stojakovic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Bryant outside. Now Smith. Here's Harper. Bryant, a screen on Thomas. Here's Harper. The jumper from the wing, off target.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Thomas. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Spurs out in front, leading by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did? And let's circle back now to that first half. The Sixers find themselves in a tense one.
If I could highlight...
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. '76ers trail by 3. We've got R.J. Barrett, and it's Robinson in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. And it's San Antonio's ball. Whitehead passes to Harper. Bryant outside. Fires from deep. Stojakovic grabs the board. The 76ers shooting it at 52%. Pass to Barrett. Here's Thomas for three. The rebound by the Spurs. Ball's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Harper. The 3-ball. He drops it from range. Harper's got 9 points.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Thomas passes to Barrett. Philadelphia with another miss.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Pass to Whitehead. Smith outside. 3-pointer. No luck on that one. 76ers trail by 6. Thomas outside. Here's Stojakovic. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Bryant, the pass to Harper. Puts up a 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Stojakovic. The 3. The Sixers with another miss.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Bryant outside. And here's Smith over Robinson. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist from Bryant. 10 points for him.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
To the right side. Dunn, the pass to Barrett. They set the screen. Now here's Robinson. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Bryant outside. Pass to Smith. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there. No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Spurs lead by 5. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. White, he's checked in for Bryant. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. Second, the Spurs.
Yeah, last season, this team had very few weak links at the free throw line, and that consistency added up to a sizable advantage.
Smith passes to Fall. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Whitehead. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Whitehead's got his second basket on the night.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Whitehead passes to Harper. Smith outside. Pass to White. Down low.
Man, good whistle there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Thomas passes to Stojakovic. Misses the 3.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Fall. Count that bucket. Fall's got 9.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Outside White, from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. And Fall gets it to go. Fall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Thomas passes to Stojakovic. Thomas, a screen on Smith. Here's Stojakovic, covered by Smith. Pass to Robinson. Wide open look. Yes, on the jumper. 6 points for him.
Being opportunistic, just taking what the defense allows.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
White, the pass to Whitehead. Now Smith fires the three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Jabari Smith. Philadelphia shooting their first foul shots of the night.
At the line for your Sixers,
And he's good on the second. 15 seconds left in the third. Outside White. One second left. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the San Antonio Spurs, they have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We've got Smith, and it's White in at the 1. Just 3 to shoot. Smith, no good from 11 feet. 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Shepard. Hayes with a screen on White. And finished off by Hayes.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. To the middle. Here's Donaldson. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
The 3 is up. Sloan, no good.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And stolen by Hayes. Dunn's shot is good.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
And here's White to the paint. And stolen by Hayes. To the wing on the left. Philadelphia moving it around. Pass to Shepard. Hayes with a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Sloan from the arc. San Antonio with a rebound. Donaldson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith outside. White for 3. Fires in the triple. White's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Over to the left wing. Here's Dunn. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Spurs lead by 10. Smith outside. To the inside. Here's Donaldson. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
This is his second three this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Whitehead passes to Bryant. Here's Harper. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Bryant's got his fourth assist with that last one.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Dunn outside. Takes a three. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Whitehead passes to Bryant. Here's Harper. Back to Bryant. Pass to Whitehead. Let's go with a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is alive, given the situation right now. Smith, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bryant in the high post. Now Smith. It's stolen. Done with it. Thomas outside. Now Robinson. Let's loose for three. Money from three.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
San Antonio leading by 5. Smith outside. Oh, it's off!
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Up top, Bryant, defended by Dunn. He launches. Robinson rips down the board. 76ers trail by 5. Here's Thomas. Now Robinson. From 13 feet, count it!
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? Have to see.
Smith outside. Robinson with a steal. To tie it up. Oh, he leaves no question.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now Smith. 35 seconds left in the final quarter. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
There is just a hunger to Smith's game, and I think that helps fuel him in these big moments.
Now here's Thomas. Now Robinson. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. And so it's San Antonio with it. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. That's a weird pass.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And now we've got an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
Now Robinson. Thompson outside. It's money from deep.
And finally, after trailing for so long, they've leveled the score late here in the fourth.
And even when time was starting to run short, there was no panic. They kept their focus and went about their business.
Here's Smith. Oh, the shot is good. Oh, and it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very.
The previous play is able to be.
Look at this one. They initially thought he didn't get it off, but it was awfully tough to tell. What a moment this is here. They may go from winners to losers just like that.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
After looking it over, the officials have confirmed the basket will not count. We are headed for overtime.
It didn't look like he got it off from here, but that's exactly why we have the
Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. They've got Harper, and it's Bryant in at small forward. Screen by Robinson. Barrett fires. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Barrett's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here. Smith outside. Here's Harper. Thomas defends. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. That misses. Well, the 76ers shooting at a respectable 49%. Up top, Smith. Oh, they pick off the pass. Now Thomas. They set the pick. Robinson in the post. He's against Bryant. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! San Antonio trailing here. Smith outside. Cast it in from 7 feet out.
This is why you get Smith the ball in that close area. If he works for that ground, he's skilled enough to execute in that area.
Here's Robinson. Ooh, it's stolen away. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, you love the aggression defensively, but at this stage of the game, that's a huge mistake.
And Thomas has got the ball here for the 76ers. Now Robinson. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Here's Whitehead. And he gets it to go from the low block. 1:14 left in overtime. Thomas outside. Now Robinson. Oh, the stuff!
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Here's Smith. That's tipped. And here's Thomas. The free ball is down. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Smith, left side. Oh, it doesn't go.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Now Robinson. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 18 feet out. Oh, no good. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Jabari Smith. It's in!
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll return shortly. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride on the line now. Here's Whitehead. Smith outside. Can't get the 3. Thomas outside. Here's Barrett. Thomas outside. Outside Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Now Thomas. Beyond the arc. Robinson. Oh, he stayed with it and got it to go.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And the free throw, no good. San Antonio's shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. And they're pushing it up. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now Robinson. 10-footer is good.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Harper. Thomas defends. Smith left side. Yes, sir! That one goes!
Tonight has been all about Jabari Smith. His size, his shooting, it just gives them fits.
That one goes! Yes, sir!
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Spurs trail by 4. Here's Harper. Smith outside. From deep. Robinson rips down the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Smith with it. From deep. Oh, no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
This is their chance to stretch the lead, Graham.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake. Picture perfect execution.
Oh, wow!
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. On offense, here are the Spurs. Smith outside. To tie it up. He's off from three. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
Can't hit it. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by San Antonio. Just 4 seconds left in the second overtime period. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Double overtime games are so grueling. And after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, the broadcasters, will all have to take a little rest.
Yeah, I need that rest, I'll tell you. But, hey, give them credit. They really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to get this win.
That concludes the first game of the
So here we go. It's game one of the regular season for both teams, and Doris, each one wants to start their year on the right foot.
Yeah, both of these teams have been waiting all summer for this game. Tip off to a new season. I can't wait, Kevin.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Lever is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Walker. Then there's Klingon, and it's Miller in at the 3-slot. Pass to Thybulle. Back to Miller. And here now is Thybulle. There's the triple. And Sarr pulls it down. Outside Arenas. Durant for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And off the chart potential for Kevin Durant, especially if he can hit that consistent.
Walker a screen. Thybulle can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
On deep, Arenas. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Walker a screen on Arenas. Miller outside. Connects from three-point range.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Outside Arenas. Pass to Durant. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of Dallas. Thibault, the pass to Lever. Miller outside. And another three for Cleveland.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Here's KD from the arc. That's good, and Serenas with the assist. KD's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Walker a screen. Pass to Thibault. To the inside. Here's Klingon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Arenas passes to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Arenas. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Miller's got 9. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Cameron Reddish. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Mavericks 4th.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
KD's shot is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Walker is screen on Durant. Back to Thibault. Pass to Klingon. And stolen by Malone. Here's KD. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
He has got an incredible jump shot for that size. Durant's accurate from just about anywhere on the floor.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. And Cleveland also making a change. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Lever. Now, here's Thibault. Nothing on the board.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Got a piece of it. Klingon with the steal. Pass to Miller for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Klingon with it, working on Czar. Walker finds Miller. Now here is Carter. Puts up a 3, drills the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Durant. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Dallas again missing.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Here's Miller, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, KD. Back to White. On the wing, Malone. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Durant, no good. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 13 points from Brandon Miller. Mavericks trail by 9. White the pass to Durant. Back to White. It's deflected. Good. Nice job down low.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here is Carter. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Mathurin with some nice defense. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Ezeli is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Lever. Then there's Carter. And it's Connect in at the small forward position. And teams are always looking for positional size. Doris, where is that most valuable?
If you look across the league today, Kevin, it's at every single position. Size and skill as a combination is very tough to beat, and teams are getting bigger and more skilled across positions now.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. The three-pointer, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And here's Arenas. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. Arenas with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Pass to Azenge. There's the pick. Lets it go from deep, and Lever pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That one's in, his first shot this game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Radish, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Klingen's checked in, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. The fourth spot held by Donovan Klingen.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Mavericks making a switch here. Mathurin's checked in. Pass to Connect. Three-pointer. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Outside Arenas. And here's Reddish. His three-pointer's off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. He got his first basket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Arenas. Back to Mathurin for the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Arenas has got 3 assists in the game.
He'll let it go from all around the arc. Mathurin.
Williams with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Reddish. No scoring in this one. There's the lob to Carter. There's the steal. Here's Randolph, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Malone's checked in. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Cleveland. Miller comes in for Jason Williams. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them. A different look for Dallas. Bagley, he's checked in for Randolph. Durant comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's White in for Gilbert Arenas. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the Cavaliers. Pass to Lever over White. Lever can't get it to go.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
White bounce pass. The 3 from KD. And the 3 ball is good. KD's got 12 points in the game.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Here is Miller. 13 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Lever kicks to Thybulle. Over Reddish. Bagley with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Malone a screen on Miller. Reddish off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Lever. Stolen by Durant. Durant on the take. It's stolen by Lever. Thybulle for 3. And it's White with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 8. Takes a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Klingen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thybulle kicks to Lever. Miller outside. Pulls it up. That's in there. Lever with the assist. 15 points from Brandon Miller.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Sarr comes in for Bagley. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for White. A switch here also for Cleveland. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Lever. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And that game against the Pacers, that'll be their 4th outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
The defense a step slow, you can see the results.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Carter outside. Back to Miller. Fires the 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Pass to Reddish. Now Kevin Durant. And again, Dallas with the 3.
The answer from Kevin Durant, not having any of it.
Now here is Carter. Goodbye Reddish. Now Walker. And it's Thybulle in the corner. And here's Miller outside. Gilbert Arenas with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Miller against KD. Tries from 10. Look at KD going to work inside.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
4 seconds left. And Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree.
And later on, some more NBA. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
You've got Reddish. Durant is out there at Malone. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. And it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. That is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Durant. The Cavaliers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Miller outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Saw the pass to Arenas. Outside Durant from past the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Walker with his screen for Lever. Miller, that's for 2. That falls. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 6 assists here tonight. Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Arenas. Malone, a screen on Miller. Durant, wide open. He fires from beyond the arc and then some. KD's got 26 points. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now, here's Lever. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. 5th, the Mavericks.
Well, you have to like the way they moved the ball last season. Guys were passing it around unselfishly. That was reflected in their assist totals.
Outside Arenas. For the tie, another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, you have to honor the 3-point shooting of Arenas. A big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Pass to Miller. Jacks up a 3. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Malone, a screen on Lever. Arenas dishes to KD. The shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Thibault finds Lever. Here's Walker. The tray. Can't hit that one. Pass to Arenas. Now here's Durant. Malone, a screen on Miller. The open shot, KD. And another basket for Dallas.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Now Lever fires the 3. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Arenas kicks to Durant. Sarr sets the screen for Durant. Pass to Sarr. Clock at 4. And the 3 off target.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
And here's Miller. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Arenas. Outside, KD. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. 4-point game. Miller with a wide open look. That's in there. Lever with the assist. And that's now 29 points from Brandon Miller. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Reddish. Malone sets the pick for Reddish. Durant in the corner. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Thibault, the pass to Lever. Miller, that's for 2. Mavericks with the rebound. Reddish kicks it over to Arenas. Malone outside. Arenas a screen on Walker. Back to Arenas. The 3. That shot, no good. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Count it, good. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look for Dallas. Randolph's checked in for Sarr. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Malone. And it's White in for Reddish. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Connect, he's checked in for Walker. Knipple comes in for Miller. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Williams in for Lever. Nailed from three-point land.
This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Williams dishes to Carter. Pass to Connect. Klingon, the screen for Connect. Here he goes. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Outside Arenas. Outside Katie. That's good, and it's Arenas with the assist. Arenas has got 6 assists now in the game.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
Now here is Carter. He's got 8, and it's Klingon with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. On the basket by Arenas.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Carter with the bounce pass. Here's Knipple, defended by Mathurin. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. And Cleveland making a change here. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Carter. Connect out there with Festus Ezeli. Then it's Lever. And it's Williams at point guard. Carter kicks to Lever. Ezeli a screen. Lever drives in. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Williams inside the line. Anthony Randolph with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 5. White with it. They set the pick. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Randolph. It's over Ezeli. That's good from Randolph on the assist from Mathurin.
Mathurin is more concerned with the squad's success than his own. That's a nice-looking pass.
Here's Connect. Stolen by Randolph. And here they come for the finish. And it's Randolph slamming it down.
Oh,
he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Azealia screen, the shot by Carter, nobody around. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 3. Outside, White. Malone, a screen on Williams. White the pass to Mathurin. Here's Malone. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Malone, really, he just got a nose for the basketball. Superb at just kind of creating some space there to get those rebounds.
Alexander Song, he's checked in for Dallas. Cleveland also making some changes. Klingon, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Walker comes in for Connect, and Miller's subbed in for Williams.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Fourth quarter of play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And he's able to get it back. White, good.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Lever outside. Pass to Carter. From downtown. Hit ball. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Cleveland. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Lever taking his time here. There's Miller with the 3. Clinging with it. KD's on him. Thybulle on the wing. There's Lever with the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Pass to Reddish. Sarr sets the screen for Reddish. The 3. Miller grabs the miss. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Thybulle, the pass to Lever. Here's Miller. Fires the 3. Sarr pulls it down. Lever against Arenas. They set the screen. Buries the deep ball.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Now Miller puts it up from deep. And good! From way outside, it's in!
Wow, the young sir, Brandon Miller, in a big moment. I got you, folks.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Malone's checked in for Dallas. From outside, it misses. Cleveland leading by 3. And here is Lever. Now Miller. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. A three-pointer. Good.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And he does not hit.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You got to have better shot selection.
Outside Lever. Here's Walker. Miller. And again for 3. Buries is his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Durant. Durant, money from deep.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Miller against KD. Good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Arenas against Lever. That shot, no good.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 18-6 run. Lever is doubled. Clinging with it. Durant's there. And so they foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Does not go in. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it